Day with working this week on sequences. Yesterday you had to take a sequence and write a formula. Today we are going to take a sequence and show you how to graph it. So our first problem that we have here is the sequence -7, -5, -3, -1. So our first step in doing this problem is going to be to write each term as an ordered pair with the x value as which term it is. So this actually sounds a lot more difficult than it is. So I have 4 terms here. So I'm going to write for my x 1, 2, 3, 4 to represent my first term, my second term, my third term, and my fourth term. And then if I look over here into my sequence, I've got here that my first term is -7, so I'm going to write that in my y value. -5 is my second term, so I'm going to write that in my second box. -3 is my third term, so I'm going to write that in the third box. And -1 is my fourth term, so I'm going to write that in the next box. So then, step 2 is simply to graph those ordered pairs. So when I look here, I have 1, so I'm going to go over 1 and down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So I'll make my point here. And then my next one is 2, -5. So then my next dot goes here. My third dot is 3, -3. Remember, you always go over before you go up or down. And my last dot is 4, -1. So I've got my dots, and my final step is going to be to connect them. I recommend you use a ruler. And don't forget to put your arrowheads on either end so you can show me you understand that the line goes off forever in either direction. Let's try another example. If you think you've got it, go ahead and try it without me and pause it while you do it, and then come back and check. So I have 4 terms again. I have 8, 4, 0, and -4. So I'm going to write for x 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because they're my first, second, third, and fourth terms. And then I'm going to fill them in. My first term is 8, my second term is 4, my third term is 0, and my fourth term is -4. And then I'm going to go ahead and graph this. So my first term is 1, 8. And now I realize that I go off my graph, but that is okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you need to add another row, please feel free to. My second term is 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. My third term is 3, 0, and I keep it on the x-axis because it says 3, 0, so I know I don't go up or down. And finally, I go 4, down 4 because it's -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I draw my dot. And then finally, I connect those lines. I realize my line isn't perfect, which is exactly why you should be using a ruler.